Hi friends, welcome. This is Tina Heels, or as some of you call me Ma, and welcome to this video. Now, this video is about a very mysterious tantriki known as Lona Chamari. And in the world of Tantra, it's not very often that you hear of a very powerful tantriki who everybody respects. In fact, in the world of Shravan mantra, if you utter Lona Chamari's dohai, the mantra immediately becomes Siddh. If Lona Chamari is blessing your spiritual journey, then indeed you are very lucky and you will see Siddhi much quicker than if you did not have her support. So Lona Chamari, this name I heard long time ago when I met my Gurudev, Dr. Bhumnath Aghori, and he was the first one who told me about Lona Chamari and her sadhana. And in this video, I will discuss with you who she is. She's a very mysterious and powerful Jadugarni. And everybody is afraid of her, a little bit in awe of her. It is said that Lona Chamari is immortal. She does not age. And she was so beautiful because of her yogic powers and siddhis that even apsaras and kinnaris were shy to come in front of her, because she was so radiant and she was so beautiful that her beauty was unparalleled. And because of her siddhis, she could go very easily into Indralok and out again. She could go to the Bhutlokas, Yakshalokas, and nobody could touch her or harm her. And now there are about 3 to 4 Lona Chamaris. And in fact, when my guru heard my name Tina, that's when he said, Lona, do you know about Lona Chamari? So, because Tina and Lona have kind of like a similar sounding NA at the end. So, I hadn't heard of her, and I said, who is she? So he said she is, I'm now talking to you about the Kamakhya Lona Chamari, the woman from Kamrup Kamakhya, who initiated the woman of Tiriya. Now, I'll tell you about Tiriya now later, but let me tell you about the different Lona Chamaris, which makes me surmise that Lona Chamari could very well be a title given to a woman who is prasidh or very able in Shabri Vidya or another kind of tantric Vidya. Okay, so it is also said that any mantra, Shravan mantra, if you attach Lona Chamari's duhai, you will surely see success. And so the first Lona Chamari we hear is from Sultanpur, UP, and she was a Thakur's wife, and she had very many siddhis under her belt because she was very powerful tantrika, a matrika sadhika. And then there is another Lona Chamari from Rajasthan, and there's a deity called Goga Jahveer, who is a Kul Devata of many tribes and clans. So it is said that if you do Lona Chamari's duhai to Goga Jahveer, he immediately becomes Siddh or Jagrat. Okay, and then there is a Kamrup Kamakhya. So this Goga Jahveer's Rajasthani Lona Chamari was a woman of low caste, like Chamar. They used to deal with leather. So that's why the name Chamari. But I believe that in Tantra, a lot of women from such castes have come up and displayed their brilliance. Okay, and in fact, this trope of a very educated, cultured man finding true wisdom in the bosom of a woman who is tribal or indigenous. I mean, we can see this in very many films from Mrinal Sen, Satyajit Ray, but also Ingmar Bergman's Sacrifice, that interaction with the maid that the main character had. So it is said that women from these castes who are not, fed societal knowledge, but they are allowed to grow on their own time with their own knowledge and wisdom and how they interpret elemental powers. So Lona Chamari obviously was such a powerful woman. Now we come to the main Lona Chamari, whose Siddhi my Guru had done, whom I have also done Siddhi of many years ago. But I feel compelled to again start Lona Chamari Sadhana. Now this Lona Chamari is from Kamrup, Kamakhya, and she was such a powerful tantric that everybody knew of her exploits. She never looked a day old. She looked very beautiful, and they say that she's Ismail Jogi's Shishya. Now many Muslim peers and wise men were also tantrics. They were known as Ismaili Jogis, and she's also known as Lona Jogan because she is Ismaili Jogi's Shishya. Now, who is Ismaili Jogi? Of course, there were many people who were called Ismaili Jogi through time, but it is said that this particular Ismaili Jogi was none other than Guru Matsyendranath. He was also known as Ismaili Jogi. And another thing that is very interesting is Lona Chamari got Gorakshanath's kripa very quickly, and she learned a lot of powerful tantric sadhanas. She was Bhoot Siddh, Betal Siddh, Pret Siddh, and whatnot. She was known to be very proficient in the 51 kalvas, 51 kalve. Okay, this is a very old tantric kriya, and she was very proficient in it. She used to know even resurrection. Okay, resurrection of the dead. So this is why, and she composed so many Shabri mantras. Now Apsaras would hide from her, would be shy to interact with her. She was so beautiful, all through her mantra sadhana. This is the story of Lona Chamari. Now she is also worshipped there even today in Kamrup Kamakhya, and it is said that there is a place, okay, under the Nilachal Parvat where the Kamrup Kamakhya temple is. There is a place known as Tirya, and only women Jadugarnis live there. Alright, women like myself, but all women Jadugarnis live there, and they do not allow men to enter. And if men enter, then those men are again, they're not allowed to enter. And if they come, then they are turned into parrots or buffaloes or cats and such animals. Okay, this story is known all over the world, like people who are interested in sadhana. Also, people interested in Tantra Shastra and the true nature of Tantra definitely have come across the name of Lona Chamari. Because if you do not do her sadhana, then you cannot rise up in Tantra Shastra. Now she can do any work like Uchatan, Vidveshan, Mohan, Akarshan, but she is known for her Vashikaran mantra. If you are Siddh with Lona Chamari's mantra, then you can do Vashikaran like it's eating a piece of toast. Okay, it's so simple. Very powerful Vashikaran can be done. Many people also call her Lona Chamari, or Luni Chamari. Okay, her name is actually Lona, Lona. Now the sadhana that I'll tell you today is a very powerful mantra, and I teach this. But people who do not have a guru, I suggest you do not do this sadhana. If you have a guru, take permission from your guru and ask them to teach you this particular vidya, because Lona Chamari is a very powerful entity, and do not ever invoke her for nefarious or insidious activities or gains, or don't do anything nefarious with her energies, because then the backlash will be uncontrollable. Keep that in mind. Okay. Now, before anything, when you the samagri that you need, The samagri, now this particular kriya is very simple. 11 days you have to do 11 malas. So each day 11 malas, okay? And remember to keep the practice at the very same time. If it's 10 in the night, keep it at 10. If it's Brahma Muhurta, keep it at Brahma Muhurta. You cannot do this during the day, okay? Remember that. And when you are doing Lona Chamari's sadhana, remember you have to create a Suraksha Ghera. And you also have to do Sharir Kilakam. Now, Sharir Kilakam, there are many mantras, and if you want to know more about it, get in touch with me. Now, how to cast a circle? All you need is a lohe ka chaku or an iron knife, and you go clockwise and you make a ghera, okay? And of course the mantra, like I told you, the Suraksha Ghera mantra will not be given in this video. If you're interested to know more about it, let me know. Even Deha Rakshak mantra will not be taught openly like this. And after this, you have to do one mala of Guru mantra. Guru Sat Guru Hai Veer, Guru Sahib Simrao Badi Bhaan, Singhi Toro Vanko Manno Kartar Sakal Guru Ka Har Baje Khatta Pakadu Ja, Chet Samhar, Shri Paramhams. Okay, and then after that you'll have to do one mala of Ganesh. So you can do Om Ganganapate Namaha, or you can even do Ganesh Shabda mantra. Okay, Om Ganapati yahan pathaon tahan ayo, 10 ko saage ja, 2.5 ko piche ja, 10 ko sajje, 10 ko khabbe, maiya gufa ki agya, mana riddhi siddhi deviyan, agar sagar jo na aave to Mata Parvati ki laaj, Om Ram Pat Swaha. Now remember, you cannot read the mantras, you have to by heart them. You have to know them by heart. Okay, so memorize the mantras at least 10 days before you start. Now, what do you need for 11 days? You need a mala, yellow hakik, kala hakik, rudraksh. Okay, these three things. You need pan, okay, pan. You need long cloves, you need elaichi. Okay, and pierce the pan with the elaichi. Take the pan and take the elaichi and just pierce it, okay? And then you can put sweets on top. Usually people can put 5 different types of sweets, 7 different types of sweets. Remember, not the same type of sweet, different types, okay? And they put that on the pan, pierce it with the long, keep an elaichi. And on the first day, you will have to take this samagri to the forest before you start the mantra, and you come back. Now, of course, you have to ask your guru permission, you have to ask the earth permission, and you cannot do this at home. Okay, I mean, if your guru says, yeah, you can do it at home, then you can, but it's advisable not to. So, this is something, and you have to do the Suraksha Ghera with the iron knife all around clockwise, never anti-clockwise, because then other negative entities can enter. Clockwise, and you sit down and you have all the samagri you have put out. Okay, then you immediately do shuddhis. Again, shuddhis will not be taught here because it's a lot to do. And then Guru mantra, then Ganesh mantra, then Bhairav mantra. Om Bhram Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhram Bhairavaya Namaha. Okay, and after that, one mala of Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, and now you're ready to do the mantra. I know it sounds like a lot, so many mantras. Yes, believe me, it'll help you. And if you know the process of pranayam, anulom vilom, then do that before you start anything. You must have an asan, red color asan. And preferably the mala that you will use, buy a new mala. And it's always good to have a Raksha mala with you while you do this. So if you want to know more about how to invoke Lona Chamari, drop me an email. And now I'll tell you that she was actually a favorite of Gorakshanath. And I told you Ismail Jogi, her guru is possibly Matsendranath. So there, okay. And the thing with her bhog is that tamasic bhog can also be given to her, like alcohol, meat and all that, eggs. I don't do all that, so I've never done that, okay, but they do that. Now, if you have a picture of Lona Chamari, it's very difficult to get, then keep a picture. Otherwise, a Vashikaran yantra, but has to be Shuddh. Shuddh Vashikaran or Mohini Yantra you can put there. And now when you drop all this the first time before you start, take the bath, take all of these things to the forest, leave it, say, Mata Luna, I leave all this for Lona, I leave all this for you. Okay, and when you're coming back, make sure not to look back. And if someone calls out to you or anything, do not look back at all, right? Go straight home. Now, when you're sitting, as I told you that you can't do this outside, you can't do this in the house, you have to do this outside. But if your guru says you can do it in the house, then you can, leave all this stuff and come back home. However, if you're doing it outside, then you leave all that thing on the first day and you do all the steps that I told you, pranayam, guru mantra, Ganesh mantra, Bhairav mantra, Shiv mantra. And then you start Lona Chamari's mantra. Okay, it'd be very good if you have a picture of Guru Gorakshanath. Even if you have a Vashikaran or Mohini Yantra, it's good to have a picture of Guru Gorakshanath or Guru Matsyendranath. Okay, or the Navanath picture. Very good. Now the mantra. Om Kamakhya Devi Base Ismail Jogi. Ismail Jogi ki lagi phulwari. Usme बैठी Lona Chamari. Okay, so this is one mantra I'm going to give you. There'll be another mantra also with another ritual that I'll mention after this. But this is a very powerful mantra to start with. And when you're doing this mantra, you may feel like water, cold water is falling on you. You can, lose things. You can see, deravne things, like scary things. But don't let fear overpower you. This is not for the faint of heart. This is for Veer Sadhaks, Veera Sadhaks. Okay? Again, Om Kamakhya Devi Base Ismail Jogi. Ismail Jogi ki lagi phulwari. Usme बैठी Lona Chamari. So if you recite this mantra 11 times for 11 days and do the correct Padvati that I told you, you will see success. And when Lona Chamari comes, you can get any work done, anything like, but do not get tamasic work done, like control someone, or uchatan, or vidveshan, or maran, don't. That karma will be very heavy on you. But say you want a good job, or say you want to find your love, your soulmate, then invoking Lona Chamari is actually very, very powerful. And if you're doing any Shabad mantra, if you just add Lona Chamari's Dohai, you will get much better results. But of course, before that, build a personal connection with her, connect with her on a deeper level, and you will see her manifest such boons for you. You will be astounded that, wow. And it is also correct that if you are a woman, the Shabri Vidya is more potent for you. I'm not saying men can't do this, men can. But for a woman to get Siddhi, it's really, really quickly. It's really, really quick. And you can do this really, really quickly. So if you want to know more about Lona Chamari Sadhana, then drop me an email. Don't do this without a guru. Okay, if you have a guru, you can ask your guru. Now, this second mantra that I'm going to tell you, this is done near water. Any kind of water body, like a talab, like a river, pond, things like that, okay? Sea is also okay, ocean. Now, you need panchanna, 5 types of grain, or it can even be vegetables. And you can coat them with ghee or clarified butter. Take a mud pot and light ghee ka deepak, that means clarified butter lamp. Okay, and take water, Ganga Jal, and 5 dates, 5 chuhares or dates. And for those people who are non-vegetarian, you can take an egg. But I don't use eggs, so I've not done this today. Now, establish Kalash. Of course, you have to do Achamar first. And then you have to say Siddhyam Siddhi Daryam Namaha. And invoke the power of Lona Chamari in the water. Now this mantra is again very powerful and it ends with a strong exhalation. Listen. Om Namo Adesh Guru Ko. Adesh. Now you know in that sampradaya, everyone when they meet each other or when they interact, they always say Adesh. Now I'm going to make a video on Adesh and also sing for you a beautiful Adesh Shabad mantra, which brings total peace and prosperity if you chant it every day, and every other mantra becomes that much more powerful if you chant this particular mantra every day. Om Namo Adesh Guru Ko. Lona Lona sab pukare, Lona kare sab kaam, बीच धाड़ में जोगी बैठा कर ले मेरा काम. योनि रूप कमख्या देवी, दिए 5 वचन और पान, छारे मात्र तू दर्शन दे दे, योनि कहना मान. इतना ना करे तो कामख्या माई के पद पद के नीचे कट कट मरे, दुहाई कामख्या माँ की. Okay, this is strong exhale with. Let's listen to this again. Om Namo Adesh Guru Ko. Lona Lona sab pukare, Lona kare sab kaam. बीच धाड़ में जोगी बैठा कर ले मेरा काम. योनि रूप कमख्या देवी, दिए 5 वचन और पान, छड़े मात्र तू दर्शन दे दे, योनि कहना मान. इतना ना करे तो कामख्या माई के पद के नीचे कट कट मरे, दुहाई कामख्या माँ की. Again, I don't recommend you do this practice without a guru. Now, this you must face east when you are doing this, and of course the other intricacies of what to do with the thing, how to release from the kalash and all that will only be taught in the workshop, not over video like this. But face east, basic certain things, and remember that you have to draw the circle. Otherwise, never do this kind of ugra sadhana. Because a Lona Chamari is a very ugra vidya. She's very nice and kind and all that, but she's very ugra vidya. The ojas of when you chant mantras, the vibration of the mantras reaches the deity or the sant, sadhu, sant or yogini. And Lona is a very powerful yogini. So and as I was telling you about Tirya, that there's a whole city full of women, jadugarnis and tantrikas. They do all kinds of jari booty, vanaspati, they heal people, but nobody is allowed to come in except women. Men are not allowed to. Many people came, tried to rape them, tried to do bad things to them, but the women there are so powerful that if they catch anybody trespassing, they turn these men into parrots or cats or buffaloes, things like that, animals. So it's very powerful because in this Tirya Nagar, women are known to be famous jadugarnis, very, very powerful high priestesses. So I hope you enjoyed this video about a very famous and powerful tantriki from Kamrup, Kamakhya. All I want to say is, may Mata Kamakhya bless you. Kamakhya Tantra is so special, I tell you, because Kamakhya Ma is none other than Tripura Sundari. So like, comment, subscribe, share. If you want more videos like this, drop me an email. Support by becoming a member of the channel. And thank you so much. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, drop me an email and book a workshop with me and learn how to connect to your higher self. Thank you.